Hello everyone. So I usually don't get my microphone out for just normal videos. I tend to, keep it for special occasions such as recording songs or, stuff like that. But since today this video was inspired by Tessa Violet, who, she makes a lot of her talking videos while she does her makeup, so I decided to, do my makeup even though I don't really need to. I mean, I'm not going out, so I don't like to stay with makeup at home. But yeah, I decided to do my makeup, and since in this room where I actually do my makeup is very hard for me to place the camera in such a way to, enable me to actually do my makeup, I need to get the microphone out so you could hear me while the camera is away. The camera is actually very much away right now, and I am balancing it on not a tripod because I don't have a tripod, it broke. And since I don't really see what's going on there, I'm sorry for any distorted images. This mirror is not the best mirror ever, It kind of makes my face look not how it actually looks. Whatever. Okay, so for today... Shit. Well, see, I didn't take my phone. My phone is an essential part of this video because I have to be reading stuff. So, for today, we are going to be talking about the anagram test. So, what that is a personality test. And, I actually am a fan of those. But for this one, I learned about it from Tessa Violet, so she was really hyped about it, so I decided to check it out, so I did, and I answered all the questions. It was very fun, actually. The questions were not, I believe this is based on your fears and your desires, something like that. Okay, let me start doing my makeup. Fears and desires, that's it. So, the questions were very, I related to them, I answered yes a lot. That was something that has never really happened before because I tend to usually answer with maybe or probably or, the middle ground. But for this test, it was more of like a yes, hard yes, or a no. And when I did the test, it told me that I am probably a type 1, but most likely one wing 2 type. I really thought that it was weird that they were, putting people in just 9 numbers. So there are 9 categories, or I guess boxes, to put people in. And I was like, I can't fit in just one of those boxes. That's not how humans work, right? Well, turns out I was right, and I am not in any boxes. I'm just in the middle of 2. So, one wing 2 is a servant dash leader, not dash, this thing. Wait, let me read some to you. Perspective 2's empathy with individuals joins with one's idealism to form servant leaders, people who are concerned with improving the human condition. They are compassionate, caring nurturers and managers, as well as advocates for the underdog. I mean, your guess is as good as mine what that means, but I don't know. I really found it interesting because, type 1 Let me find. I actually took some screenshots, so let me find them. Oh, and by the way, I'm not gonna be putting anything on my skin because I don't like things on my skin. My skin doesn't like things on it. So yeah, nothing on my skin. I usually just put something on my nose so it doesn't shine as much, and something right here so it doesn't shine as much, and then I'm okay. I'm good. As much as, you know, I have pimples, I don't like to put stuff on them because it makes them worse. So yeah. Oh well, there are those times when I do put something on them, but whatever. I was talking. Type 1 is the reformer, the rational, idealistic type, principled, purposeful, self-controlled, and perfectionist. I see myself in that. Definitely see myself in that, yes. But not only. If the site was, you know, told me that I was just type 1, I wouldn't agree because I do have some type 1. Oops, sorry, I hit the microphone. I do have some type 1 in me, but I am not a type 1. You know how funny it would be if I look back at the footage that I shot and it's just all of my face, but it's kind of like morphed because of the mirror? That would be amazing. I'd still keep the footage though. I'm not getting rid of the video or anything. Okay, so that was type 1, and now type 2, which is actually Tessa Violet, the person who, you know, I saw this from. I learned about it from. So type 2 is the helper. The helper is the caring, interpersonal type. Demonstrative, generous, people-pleasing, and possessive. People-pleasing, that is something that I am, definitely, but not to all people. So it's kind of like I am in the category, but I'm also not. But you know, it's weird for me because the questions on this test, they were so good, like they were accurate. Like I have some screenshots here so I don't forget, you know. So this one is kind of, you know, not the best thing to, I guess, say to an audience, but I don't let it show, but if I am with someone who is as unique as I am, I get a bit jealous. So yeah, all my life I have been kind of like the different kid from my relatives and from the people who are always around me. So when I meet someone who I guess is this more creative type of people that I am, yeah, I guess it's phrased very well in here. That's why I wanted to read it, because excuse the traffic. Did you know in German traffic also means sex? If you're German, you would know that, but here you go. So yeah. Oh, and let me explain this. So this is a card that, oh wait, okay. This is a card that actually my English teacher in 7th grade gave all the people, and I actually use it for mascara applying. As you can see, I have applied lots of mascara. But on this card it says self-esteem tips: read to build your brain, exercise to build your body, medicate or pray to build spirituality, make new friends, build social skills, eat healthy, experience something new every day, don't pity yourself, never stop looking for a challenge. Oh, that's nice. I actually forgot it was here. So yeah, the reason I do this is because I don't know, it's easier for me, and it's not as much mess as normally. I guess I'm just I just suck at applying mascara. The reason I wanted to talk about this, first of all, I saw a lot of people making videos about this, and I was like, well, I guess it's a subject that I can talk about. I mean, we all have personalities, right? Y'all can relate to me having a personality. I guess that's good. Second reason is because I found it very interesting that I am not a number. I am not just a type 1 or a type 8 or a type 5, whatever. I'm in between something. Type 1 I see as the tough one, you know, the one who always feels the need to conceal their emotions so that they can get the job done, stuff like that. And then the type 2, the helper, they are the emotional type. And now I'm going to read to you the fears and desires of both of them. So the type 2 people have the fear of being unwanted, being unworthy of being loved, which, yes, I guess, but again, if this has told me that I am just a type 2, I wouldn't have agreed. I am not as emotional as type 2 is, I guess. And then type 2 desire is to feel loved. I mean, don't we all have that desire? Can you even see me? Oh god, that's a horrible angle. I'm telling you, I suck at applying mascara, so yeah. Key motivation to a type 2 is want to be loved, to express their feelings for others, to be needed and appreciated. That is something, yes. To get others to respond to them, to vindicate their claims about themselves. Not really sure about the last one, but sure. So yeah, I really, the want to feel loved part, not that big of an issue, but I really need to be appreciated. I mean, if you're a creator and you create something and you put your mind to it, you know, you put your whole might into it, hours and hours of hard work you do on that job, and then you don't have someone to show it to, it's pointless. It's pointless, really. And not just in my I guess creative process. I want to be appreciated as a human, because to a lot of my friends I am very generous, to a lot of them I am really not. But yeah, for the people that I let into my house, I let them eat my food just so they're not hungry, you know, just so they survive. Even though they have their own food, I just want to be generous and give it to them. Yes, and this type also is the need to be needed. I can definitely relate to that. Now, the type 1 basic fear is of being corrupt or evil and defective. So, yeah, I guess I'm not really afraid of being evil. I mean, what? That's really vague. I don't know. What is evil? There is no such thing as evil. Whatever, I'm not just gonna go out and start killing people if that's considered evil. By the way, I wanted to show you, look at that. I bought a whole can of glitter. I don't know why, I just started liking glitter. Now, the type 1 basic desire is to be good, to have integrity, to be balanced. Ooh-hoo! Honey. I'm not gonna say anything about that one. To be good, again, is very vague stuff. A very, very vague thing to talk about. So, I don't know. Key motivation is want to be right, to strive higher and improve everything, to be consistent with their ideas, to justify themselves, to be beyond criticism so as not to be condemned by anyone. So definitely, I relate to the I want to be consistent with ideas, to justify myself, and to improve everything. I mean, who doesn't? Again, who freaking doesn't? Why was I here again? Yes, to talk about yes, so back to the task at hand. I think I'm gonna put some lipstick on. I don't know why. No particular reason. And this lipstick is like very old. So I don't put a lot on because I can't wash it off afterwards. So I just put a little bit on, a little lipstick on, and we're good. And smear it with my finger because I'm fancy like that. So yeah. Now let's talk with you about this. So the reason I found this very, very, very interesting for me personally is because my whole life I have never been able to I guess put myself in one of those categories, just like for example this from 1 to 9 categories, and you have to be one number. Like, that seems kind of not right. For me, I can't really be one number, and I really like that I'm not, because here this shows that I'm not one number. And I actually, when I was smaller, not really a child but kind of, I don't remember when, but I do remember the room I was in. So me and my parents went to an actual psychiatrist office, I guess, but it was a child psychiatrist, and so she asked me all of these questions. She told me to draw my family as the animals I think of them. I drew myself as a lion because obviously I'm a lion. I mean, obviously. It's me. But in the end, this test was supposed to tell my parents which side of my brain is the dominant one. So, do I work with the left side of my brain more? Which the left side is the I guess logical side. Yeah, more logical. That is the side that solves all my math problems for me, or do I work more with my right brain, which is the creative brain? And then the results were in, and I work equally with my left and my right brain. I work equally with both parts of my head, which was interesting. She said that it's not very common, so I felt unique. Once again, I love feeling unique. You see this? What I'm basically trying to say is that I've always, my whole life, I have not been able to be just logical, or more logical than creative, or more creative than logical. I've always been in the middle ground. My brain works that way. I guess my personality is that, because whatever, mate. So yeah, about this test, I am leaving the link down below. You can go take it right now and see for yourself. I really encourage you answer as honestly as possible, and then you can say if it was accurate or not. So yeah, now you know what type I am. I'm a type 1 wing 2, which I like. 1 wing 2. Conclusion, I'd like to say that this video was made just for me as a way to think, and I think the whole point of this video is me trying to tell you that whole life I have been in the middle ground, never too logical, never too creative, and that concept, I see it now, it really resonates with my work.